I've come a long way since I first got kicked out on the streets. I'm more compassionate now about homeless people, because they are people. They're not just something, not just down and out, so they're not. They are people. The first night was the most terrifying. I didn't sleep at all that night. It was freezing cold. All I had was this coat on, and I didn't know what to do, where to go, because I didn't have any friends. There was no family people I could turn to, so I was literally alone. And I was just really frightened. I remember being really frightened and feeling really, really alone. And I was alone. And I remember the first night I just sat and cried and cried and cried. I hated everyone. I remember I hated everyone. I hated my mum. I hated my dad for dying. I hated my family for not looking after us and helping us. I hated the fact that I had no friends to take us in and just give us somewhere warm to sleep. I hated the fact that I didn't have a penny in my pocket so I could buy some food. I hated the fact that I was sitting in the freezing cold alone. I hated the fact that I couldn't even get a hug of anyone. It was a lonely place, and being lonely is, it's just, I'd hit rock bottom. I was really depressed and I was suicidal. You never get used to the cold, but you could cope with the cold when you were out. You could cope with the cold, but it was still freezing. I used to sleep on the bench just down there. I used to sleep on the bench. That's where I used to sleep. All I did with my life was just wander about, not speaking to anyone, just wandering about, not doing anything, not looking after myself. I was filthy, I was dirty, I was ill, I was always coughing, I was always sneezing, I was really, really thin. I was at least under 8 stone. And if it hadn't been, I made friends with these 2 homeless people. I honestly believe if it hadn't been for them, I would have been dead. Every day they used to come up and they used to bring us a sandwich and a cup of tea. I don't know where they got these sandwiches or cups of tea from, but they'd come up, they'd talk to us for a bit, give us me sandwich and cup of tea, and then they would go on their way. And at the time I thought, you know what, I had this misconception of homeless people are these just down and outs, but like just really, really dirty, had nothing to say, alcoholics, druggies, drug addicts, everything. But the words, these people were lovely people.